Welcome to Conversations Below the Surface, the CBS Podcast Shorts. I am your host, Marcus Gentry, and we hope you enjoy this episode. I would like you to take just a minute and think about 2 or 3 of the people who are very important in your life. So this is not for those casual acquaintances, but the people who you say are important to you. And I want you to think about the expression, when it's convenient. And I've thought about that and wanted to share this because I've had a couple of events that I've done kind of recently, and it's during these winter months here in the Chicago area that it gets kind of cold. And I've had some friends, some people to show up when it was not convenient, but because it was important. And it made me start wondering how I show up, and I wonder how other people show up. So I'm posing it to you. For those people who are important in your life, do you show up even when it's not convenient? Because sometimes people may have needs that may not fall in line with your convenience, but it might be important for them. How does the expression doing whatever's necessary when it's necessary apply in your life? Or do you operate from things of just when it's convenient? I think it was Dr. King, Martin Luther King, who made the expression, the true test of a man, and I would just add in there, or a woman, or person, is not where they stand during times of comfort and convenience, but where they stand during times of conflict and controversy. I think about the words, I think it is, of Aristotle, who says the antidote for 50 enemies is one friend, meaning that person who is willing to function, stand by your side, and be there even when it is not convenient. Now, there are some people, of course, who will say things, hey, listen, just call me if you need me or if you need anything. And when a person is really going through a difficult time, they may not be able to pick up the phone and call. And so what it might call for is you to do something that might not be convenient for you, but it might be extremely valuable for that person. And that is to reach out and attempt to be there for them. This is pretty important now because as we grow in technology, it's made things so much easier, and you don't have to put a lot of effort into things. You can just send text or make a post or use an emoji where you don't even have to write the words to something down. And people have taken the easy way out a lot of times. And there is some situations that can show up in a person's life where they don't do better when you take the easy way out. They actually need you to have hands on. They need you to be available. They need you to talk to them, or they need you to listen. They need you to be there. And that might call on you doing something even when it's not convenient. But I wonder, does that play into your core values and principles? I used to say, as I've gotten older, that my inner circle of people who show up that way is getting smaller and smaller. In fact, at one point I said it was so small it was like wasn't even a circle, it was a U. But now it is a small circle, and the people who are in that circle are very valuable and very precious. And if you have some people who operate in your life, not just when it's convenient, but when it's important, take a minute today after you've listened to this message and send them a text or a phone call or a message just to say thank you for not just being there when it's convenient, but when it's important. Thank you for listening to this CBS Podcast Short. If you would like to hear more on this topic, please email me at respect@marcusgentry.com. And don't forget to check back for new episodes.